BC's housing minister is asking her rental task force to come up with a way for renters to avoid a potential 4.5% rate increase this year. The rise is the highest since the formula for annual rent hikes, 2% plus the increase in the Consumer Price Index, was devised in 2004. Minister Selina R.obi has been the target of widespread criticism because her ND.P government campaigned on a slogan of making life more affordable in BC. Ms. R.obi said Thursday that whatever the task force recommends, the province could issue a 3-month alert to landlords warning that they should not be expecting the extra revenue. She said she hopes a change will provide relief to a large proportion of renters because few landlords will be able to put through the 2019 4.5% increase in the next few months. A landlord can only raise rent once a year as leases come due, so if someone has already been given notice of a jump in 2018, any new increase can't be requested until 12 months after that. According to the Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation's most recent rental statistics, the average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in Vancouver in 2017 was $1,326. A 4.5% boost would be $60 a month or $720 for the year. This year's increase is the highest since 2004, largely because inflation has gone up. Last year, the allowable rent increase was 4%. The lowest it has ever been is 2.2% in 2014, and 2.3% in 2011. David Hutniak is the CEO of Landlord BC, whose organization was the site of a Thursday protest by the Vancouver Tenants Union against the rent jump. He said he fully understands the problems of renters, but he said landlords are also stuck with rising costs, from property taxes to building repairs to the soaring price of real estate. We feel pretty strongly that the formula has to remain intact, Mr. Hutniak said. Renters are struggling here in this city and I'm not happy about that. The question is it fair to have a small cohort of our society, landlords, have to compensate for all this? He said a change in the annual allowable increase will also potentially slow down the supply of new purpose-built rental units. The rent rise, announced last Friday afternoon, has prompted a number of candidates running in the municipal elections to demand the formula be changed. Vancouver Independent mayoral candidate Kennedy Stewart said he's already written to Ms. R.obi saying the rate should be tied to inflation and no more. In Burnaby, mayoral candidate Mike Hurley, who is challenging longtime Mayor Derek Corrigan, said the province needs to rethink the formula. Vancouver Green Party candidate Pete Fry said the province should possibly look at using the revenue it is collecting through the new school tax on high-end properties to provide rent subsidies. COPE candidates have called for a complete rent freeze. One Vancouver mayoral candidate who is taking a slightly different tack on the issue is independent Shauna Sylvester. She said she thinks the formula should stay as it is, otherwise it will discourage landlords from building new rental units or even continuing with existing ones. But she'd like to see the law changed so that landlords have to stick to that formula for all of their units, without the option of bumping up the rent anytime a tenant leaves, which is currently allowed.